all I did was turn the game on.
That should fix my audio. There we go. Okay.
Alright.
And I will set it to, I guess, that off. Get the rat cube out of the way. Pull Discord back up. Call. There we go. And you ready for the?
Out of the way.
You ready for the? What's it called? Oh, card opening. There we go.
Card opening. We're doing a card opening.
Yes, because I found, and I quote, I'm gonna drop specifically all of like the qualifiers for this. This was when Raiden was out here on the East Coast. We went to a Gundam store in Chinatown for Gunpla, and they had what I can best describe as bootleg. I don't know if they're official anyway. I didn't check them for a Rooster Teeth logo or anything to make sure they were any kind of official. There were Rooster Teeth Ruby trading cards in the Gunpla store. So I grabbed 2 packs and sent them to Ruby.
They are official.
They are official. They have a Rooster Teeth logo. They have like the proper channels.
They have Rooster Teeth copyright on the back.
Okay.
Oh, I bet this is from Ice Queendom. I bet that's when these were made. 2021. What year was Ice Queendom? Oh, fuck, I can't find it.
I've got no clue, bud.
2022 is when it released onto everything, but it was being worked out at this point.
And if you want to go ahead and put up your webcam, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, y'all is doing webcams.
Yeah.
Well, he is for the card opening.
Ah.
It's like the whole point.
Well, I don't actually have a webcam. I had a shitty little one that Amazon sent me for free.
Here we go.
And that broke.
Oh.
F.
Yeah. Lighting in here. Ignore my stained ass t-shirt. Let me find my hoodie real quick. Can't have a stained shirt on the camera.
Nice loafers, Dad.
I know, right?
Oh, bro.
Doing a fucking jig.
Those the LL Bean ones?
Ooh, they look comfy.
I got some LL Bean ones with fur on the inside, and them shits is like too warm.
They are the Made in China special.
Excellent.
Okay.
I have no idea who these are.
I don't know. Mine were a Christmas gift.
Oh, I'll put on a camouflage hoodie that nobody can see me. Oh, and there's the LL Beans for you again. I have no idea what brand these are. I'm not even gonna lie.
Doesn't matter if you're wearing a camouflage hoodie. We can see those pasty white legs from a million miles away.
I ain't got no room to talk there, and neither do you, Brian.
No, I don't. Bro, I work night shift. I don't even get to go outside.
I may not give you that.
So this is the
I just don't like shorts.
You know for a fact half of my fucking closet is cargo shorts.
Yeah, I know.
Rough.
I just
rough,
like
bro. They're functional. I can carry a million things.
Can get some stretchy jeans that breathe.
Very dad,
like
you are gonna do.
Okay,
like actual.
I hate jeans though.
Oh, that's cringe.
No, give me like the slacks, the khakis, cargo shorts, anything but like jeans. I just don't like the way they don't stretch.
We have protesting Blake.
Okay. Literally ripped straight from the show.
Yes, it actually is. Okay. What is this one? Oh, Ozpin.
Ozpin?
Yep. The lighting glare is terrible, by the way.
I can see that.
Activist. This is called activist childhood. It's fucking like purge, basically.
Activist child. It's a modifier. Is that a buff or a debuff?
Hang on. All of your characters get plus 1,000 power and plus 1 soul. It is a buff.
It's a buff. Okay.
we have Weiss. Had to show up in there.
Yep. Trev will be jealous.
Yep.
What the fuck is this card game? I'm not even gonna try to pretend like I know how to play this. Cinder.
Okay.
Fucking bitch. Oh, she still has 2 eyes in this.
Huh.
Wild. Oobleck.
Yep, I see him. I see him in all of his fucking John Lennon glasses having ass glory.
I forget her name, but she's dead.
Yep.
Oh, Reese. Reese Cloris. Oh, that's right. I always wanted to call her Reese Clitoris.
Called her Reese's.
Oh,
Like the-
Sun's teammate.
Like the peanut butter cups?
Scarlet.
Yep.
And I think that's a coffee member. I can't remember though.
Don't remember. Have a name?
No, it can't be coffee. Bronze knee. Oh, he's off of bronze, of course. Fuck. That was dumb. Alright, second pack. There's not very many of them. But
Yeah. They're a little thin. I thought there'd be more. I thought there'd be like at least 10 per pack.
Alright. Oh, Grim Invasion. I'm assuming that's going to be like an event card or something.
Sure.
There we go. Get to actually focus. Oh no, it's literally just the same buff as childhood activist.
So if you witness a horrifying event that is on par with being a little bit racist when you're a kid.
Why are you not focusing very well? Let's try that.
Are you looking for a face?
Maybe. Oh, Jean in a uniform.
Ooh. No, that was
I think
that the dance night? No,
Oh,
that
it's school dress.
hold
or
my
school-
punch.
School dance. That is school dance, yeah. Hold my punch. When school dance is placed in your
Read it.
These cards.
What the fuck is this
English,
card?
English to Chinese is a very interesting thing.
Oh no, no, no. But you have to go
when
back
school
then.
dance is placed on your climax area.
Ah, yes. Place the
Punch.
school dance on my climax area.
If you have another remnant character, choose one of your other characters, and that character. Okay, let's see if it gets any funnier.
And now you gotta go back.
No, they don't do climax again. Yeah, I saw climax on another one and I ignored it because I thought it was something. I didn't read it very thoroughly, but I didn't see climax area.
Yeah, we all know who John wants to touch his climax area.
Is that? Yeah, it's Ozpin fighting Cinder.
Yep.
Oh, that's actually the name of the card, by the way. Ozpin fighting off Cinder.
Oh god. Okay. Anything
Well,
funny in the Chinese
this-
translation?
If Ozpin is in your clock, this card gets -1 level while in your hand. Choose one card to
Yeah,
put into your
clock.
waiting room.
What? No. The waiting
Oh,
here.
hang on. When this card attacks, if defending the school is in your climax area.
What if these are all actual rules to the game and we just don't know how it's played?
No,
The
waiting,
fact that
waiting.
they had something climax area and
I want to
waiting
hear
room.
this shit in
The
Yu-Gi-Oh
waiting-
voices. I place one Blue Eyes White Dragon in my climax area.
Waiting area has to be your hand.
No, because there's one in that it says in your hand.
Oh.
Joke's on you, Yugi boy.
says,
I have a trap
This
in my
card
clock.
gains -1 level while in your hand.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay.
So waiting room is just a bad translation of something else.
Oh no.
Mercury.
I don't
You've
even-
activated my climax area.
That is the most generic looking character I think I've ever seen.
Mercury? He's
Yeah.
always looked like that.
I know he
He
has.
has
but
metal
he-
legs though.
Yeah, that's true. But from the torso up, it's very boring.
Oh, and yep, there's waiting room.
Okay.
Again. No climax on this one.
No climax for him.
Emerald?
Yep.
Okay, this is just the villain pack.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh. your climax with whatever that symbol is in its trigger icon is placed on your climax area. That's a lot of climax. Oh, why? Why is it climax?
There's a fucking town in Colorado named Climax.
Oh, fucking what's his
Again,
name?
all the
Flint Cole.
villains.
No, this isn't a villain. This is
Oh
Flint Cole.
no, that's right. Yeah.
When this card is placed on your stage hand, yada yada yada. No climax on this one. He doesn't get a climax either.
No, Blue Walled.
Oh, weightlifting Nora.
Weightlifting Nora. Okay.
All right, does Nora get the climax? Oh, yep, she does.
Oh
When this card is placed on
no.
the stage from your hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to one climax with the same card name as a climax in your waiting room. There's a climax in your waiting room, Brian.
That's not my climax of a waiting room. I was told to leave the dentist's office.
I
So,
knew one of those
oh.
jokes was fucking coming.
Last card. Oh, it's Happy Blake.
Happy Blake.
Oh, surely there's not a climax on this card, right?
I hope not.
Flip over 4 cards to the top of your deck and put them into your waiting room. For each climax revealed among those cards, perform the following actions. Search your deck for... I can't read climax and keep going. It just breaks me.
This game requires a lot of stamina.
It really does.
Apparently. Make sure to drink your, what is it, the you're supposed to eat? Pineapples or some
It's
shit?
Pedialyte at this point.
Yeah, that too. Well, glad you enjoyed.
I really
This book
thoroughly
may
enjoyed it
have
after the
been
first
that
climax.
into the hand.
After the first
The extra
climax.
climaxes were just icing on the cake.
I need to go back for the first and search those for climaxes.
The extra climaxes are always icing on the cake.
That's what you call it.
Icing on something.
Mm.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
disappointed. I didn't get the one thing I needed in Monster Hunter to make this sword.
Is that gonna be...
Would you say you didn't get your climax?
I did not get my climax.
Damn me. How is Monster Hunter?
It's fun as fuck.
I've been seeing it being broken for a lot of people though, so I'm scared to download it.
It's been running okay. I had some graphical issues early on, but I just turned down tessellation and that helped. So really, not that bad. I'm running on a 3090.
Very nice.
I have heard other people having issues.
I think James was having, I think among our group, he's one of the ones with the weaker GPU.
Yeah.
So I believe he was having some trouble the other day. I could be completely wrong. I could be completely off base, though.
I don't know. I've been hearing things here or there.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I haven't had any issues. I can't speak for people with other hardware.
Yeah.
I'm running everything on like high, medium.
It's just
DLSS
concerning that I've
on.
seen as much of the people having issues as I have whenever I immediately followed up by seeing statements from the team that say they've optimized as much as they can.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Now, granted, there's supposedly an optimization patch coming out. We'll see how well that does.
Well, if it's anything like Kerbal Space Program, apparently it'll try to make it worse.
I mean, this doesn't change the fact that it's reached ridiculous levels of sales and concurrent players. So
Yeah.
some people are getting it to work.
I mean,
Fair
it can't be worse than City Skylines having a trash frame rate because of teeth.
enough. Oh, did they give the fucking pedestrians teeth or some shit?
Okay, so literally in the first game, like a single person was made of like 5 polygons at most. Like they literally had like a cube for the head, and you couldn't zoom in. They had like you could see like a shirt color and like a universe. Like everyone was wearing blue jeans, and like their legs, unless if you zoomed in, were like not like things wouldn't render. specifically to save the frame rate, right?
Yeah.
But then when they made the sequel, they had another company come in and like make the NPCs, and they're all like properly rendered in that way that like a modern game looks like. You know the stupid fucking Allegra art style that companies use for like
No.
Google Docs. You know the like stretchy arm blue people with the giant
Yeah.
limbs. Yeah, it
Yeah.
kind of looks like that, and also the people from Planet Coaster. But when you were zoomed out, they didn't lose any detail because the LOD didn't work properly. So it would render teeth, which have polygons, and if you zoom out, there's suddenly thousands of them, and your frame rate gets nuked.
This brings me back to why sometimes I absolutely love reading through patch notes because of shit like reduced frame or like increased frame rate on zoom out due to removing teeth.
Yeah, it's the stupidest. The
Nothing
stupidest
makes
shit.
funnier than patch notes in the fucking Sims.
Nothing.
The Sims had some of the greatest patch notes of all time.
They
Can
still
no
do.
longer woohoo with the Grim Reaper.
I will woohoo with the
No, my
Reaper
favorite one,
goddamn
I
well,
can't
please.
remember it all off the top of my head, but look up children and asteroids and school.
I know exactly the one you're talking about. Kids will no longer be forced to attend graduation during a meteor impact.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's good
God,
shit.
The Sims really was a wild game.
It was. And then they made it boring because they removed all the funny shit.
No, there's still a lot of it in there.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, like the woohoo with the Grim Reaper, you can still do that.
Fuck yes. Okay, cool. They put it back in.
I think they put it back.
Very nice.
I guess people got tired of being fucked by death and wanted to fuck death themselves.
This isn't also that teeth thing wasn't the only thing that would fuck up with the LOD. Another company was like subcontracted to do the vehicles, but some of them just straight up wouldn't work. You'd have like planes flying in circles while landing on the ground. Like the garbage trucks were broken in like 9 different ways, and like the back end of the garbage truck would like start spinning with the wheels. Just all manner of fucked up shit. Which is why that game was such a fucking colossal disappointment. I don't think its Steam rating has recovered despite the numerous patches. I'm gonna take a look.
I mean, do you remember how long it took Cyberpunk to recover?
2 years in an anime?
Nah, they had recovered
really good
by the time the
anime,
anime
though.
came out, honestly.
They did, but the
And they
anime
did have a lot of
is what
good shit
brought a lot of people back.
Yeah, I started playing it again before the anime came out, and then I played the anime and played the anime.
You played the
Watched
anime.
And yeah, made me play more.
Yeah, I did say I did come back after I watched the anime, but I had been playing it the whole time. I never really stopped.
So
I didn't have a lot of issues with it.
reviews are still mixed. 53 of the 48,000 reviews for this game are positive. 43. Top ones on Steam are all negative.
Run, they made a like this might be the only time I spend money on Destiny again.
No, don't do it.
There's a fucking cleaning your vault emote now, which is all I do.
It's the reason
No.
I picked up Destiny again. Can't do it.
I can't do it. I can't give
My
money
new,
to that
like,
company.
My new multiplayer grindy game is Monster Hunter because I like boss fight the game. If I want a shooter, I'll play a more condensed experience. Besides,
Yeah.
the new Doom game's coming out soon.
That's fair. Brian knows at this point. I don't try to convince anyone to play it again.
See, the thing
I
is,
say
you
this is what I'm
always
doing.
you always sound like you're trying to, though. Like you want someone to join you in the pain.
I think that
No,
might
no,
be
no,
more
I just like to bitch.
PTSD because the amount of times we've taken breaks and been pulled back in by whoever. Usually
It's
it's
normally
Will
Will.
for me.
You could say it's Will.
Yeah.
I
Usually it's Will, and then I get sucked back in, and then I remember why I stopped playing the game.
yeah. I will mention on a completely separate side note, like the reasons I've quit D2 at this point, like unless if like whatever they're doing for Beyond comes out and like has a free blowjob, I'm not doing it.
Perfectly valid opinion, and I will continue to not encourage you to play the game.
Like between all of the like nuking QA, laying off from the company twice, effectively just lying to your community on multiple occasions. Just no, diverting all of the money that the players were spending into just other side projects that never fucking went anywhere on top of Pete Parsons' fucking car collection. No, I can't in good faith give this company money anymore. You just can't be trusted. Period.
That is very fair and valid. I also actively try not to give them money. I'm not going out of my way to give them my money.
No, as you shouldn't. I think the only thing at this point, there's two things that they can do that would have me immediately on board again, though. If they, number one, brought back all of the content that I've paid for over the years, from Red War forward. Full stop, everything. Which I know isn't going to happen. And number two, actually make the game free to play. It is now fully funded by season passes and Eververse. Get rid of the dungeon passes. Get rid of paying for yearly expansions. Game is true free to play.
Fun fact.
And I will be back.
Destiny had to defend themselves in a court case using YouTube footage from a fan account because they were trying to refute some claim some dude like wrote the Red War and they used it without its permission, but they had to use YouTube footage because it doesn't exist in game.
No.
Yeah, they literally don't even have a build of Red War that they can use for footage.
Like, you straight up, there's no, like...
It doesn't exist.
Straight up, it doesn't exist anymore.
Like, no, someone has to have, like, a Destiny 2 original copy on a disc somewhere, right?
I mean, it probably exists
somewhere. The game
somewhere,
was never
but...
on the disc.
Huh?
That's how disc games work now. That's
Yeah.
what's stupid that people buy discs. They're just a key so you can download the game.
No.
Yeah, that's like actually just a thing.
Oh, fuck. It's gone.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
Red War.
gone.
I mean, they still
exists
have it,
somewhere.
but they don't have it any way that they can use it.
Like, they would have to put it back into the engine for it to do anything.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That engine change they did might have been their greatest fucking mistake.
I would like to point out, though, I remember when you defended them taking away that content for the engine to survive.
I mean, it was good when it was beyond... It felt different when it was beyond light, and they hadn't fucked everything up yet. And, you know,
My
we
opinion
started...
never changed. It was
we started getting patches really fast. They had, like, stasis patched within a couple weeks.
I'm sorry, what?
There was major problems that they had patched within the first couple weeks. Stasis took half a year to truly bring into line. But like, I remember we were like stunned with how fast the first few patches came out after Beyond Light dropped. And then I didn't really think about it. Now I'm like, yeah, there's really no way to get new players into this game. Yeah, that was a tremendous loss of content for free to play because that deleted all of the raids and so much shit.
Yep.
And yeah, there's part of me that's now really salty because fuck, I paid for something I can't use anymore.
At least we don't ever have to do Spire of Stars again.
Am I a masochist for kind of enjoying that raid?
I don't know
enjoyed
why
Spire
I
of
didn't know that.
Stars.
We just did that a lot.
I remember at one...
why we...
There was one time I remember I must have been Sherpaing that. And it was one of my favorite raid memories where it must have been Matt and Maddie and Will we were teaching, and we kind of just screamed our way through the first boss encounter. and made it by the skin of our teeth, and it was the funniest shit. Clark
Yeah, that
Clark
is
was like,
a
if
lot
we
of that, right?
Clark was like, if we do this on the first time, you're fantastic. If we don't and we scream our way through this and we fail, I'm dropping. And we clutched up.
Now, Hop, I will let the records stand, or I will let it be stated that not liking Spire of Stars is the sane thing to feel. Anyone that likes it
Okay.
is crazy. I fully acknowledge that I'm crazy.
I did not
yeah,
like
as
Spire
well.
of Stars.
What was the other
Like,
raid there?
I'm
I can't
aware.
even remember the name that was my favorite.
Eater. I fucking
Eater,
love Eater.
Eater of Worlds.
Oh yeah,
I would.
I never did get that Sparrow.
No, you never did. I would drop. No, that was Wrath of the Machine. I would drop.
Oh right.
I would drop anything if someone said, "Hey, want to do Eater?" Immediate, I'm hopping on. It doesn't matter what time. It doesn't matter what's going on. I would drop everything to run Eater just because of how much I enjoyed that boss fight.
Yeah, Eater was good.
Everything leading up to the boss, suck a dick. Fuck the jumping puzzle.
No, I like the
cannon-
jumping puzzle.
The cannon was cool. But like the first 10 minutes of that raid can kind of suck my dick.
No, the jumping puzzle was cool. I understand it got old, but it was cool. Jumping
I do
hard.
miss the cannon. The cannon was always fun.
Oh yeah, the cannon was great.
Watching everyone eat shit and die on the rocks.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was really funny when you had a new person and you didn't tell them what was about to happen. I loved chirping that raid with new players as like a first time raid because it was easy enough to wrap your head around that anyone could do it if they had like two brain cells to rub together.
Yep. It was a
Definitely.
really good raid for getting people into raiding.
It was a
I guess
low
makes-
barrier to entry.
And I mean, I guess it makes sense considering it was the first Destiny 2 raid.
No, that was
That was Leviathan.
Leviathan.
Oh, that was Leviathan. Never mind. I'm thinking of
Leviathan
the
was
wrong one.
also a good first raid to get people into raiding. though.
Leviathan was a good first raid.
Except if you did
But I
Underbelly,
forgot,
you
yeah.
confused the fuck out of them.
Yeah, but who actively takes new people through Underbelly?
I tried a couple times. It was a fucking mistake.
Yeah, this just sounds like you making a terrible decision.
It was. As a Sherpa, don't take new players into Leviathan Underbelly.
Yeah, no, never.
I don't think I ever truly understood how dogs work.
No.
Don't get seen.
Yeah, but
Sometimes-
it was
Oh, you
also
ever
like
dated a dog?
sometimes it seemed like it was based on sound in weird ways.
Oh, they did follow you based off sound. They would run to you if you sprinted or jumped.
Was that it?
Yeah, if you did any kind of extra jump or anything, they would come to you. You could base jump and you could walk. You couldn't sprint or jump.
I remember at the end we would just like use it. Everyone would just burn like ults and everything. Like after you killed the first
Yeah.
one or two of them and you got the buff, it's like, all right, let's just go for murder.
Yeah. I remember just trying to kill them as quickly as possible.
That's how you do it.
I miss Leviathan. It was so much fun.
It was a good raid.
I want to raid now. Like all the
Anybody
raids.
want to do garden?
No, oh, no.
Brian, Bog is craftable.
I know and I don't care. I'm not running that again.
That's
my
what almost
God,
got
so
you to
many Bog
reinstall it the other
runs.
day, which is what's funny.
I know, and it's like, no. I've done enough runs of Vogue. I'm good. The thing is, like, I've already got god rolls of all those weapons, so why run it again?
It's a fair point.
As if they've significantly changed up the rolls, but most of the perks are weaker now, correct?
Not that I know of. They did change roles. I don't know what they changed. I haven't fucking been on here in a while. I was
I
playing Power
haven't,
Worlds.
I haven't looked. I didn't care. I will continue to not care. It's a healthy decision. No, what's become an obsession for me these past couple weeks has been, I don't know if I've told you guys about the latest TISM.
What's the new
Don't know.
TISM?
New TISM is fucking Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh yeah, I know
Yeah.
that. I know you've been playing it.
So the reason being is there's an online community called VATSIM,
Yep,
which
told me about
is
them.
I'm mostly saying this for Hoff's sake because I don't know, I
Oh,
don't
sorry,
remember
sorry.
how much I've told each of you respectively.
Yeah.
Is this just the realistic callouts and shit?
This is volunteers being air traffic controllers for other people in the sim. It is an entire community of goddamn nerds doing the most based thing I can possibly imagine.
It's the Air Force proud. Yeah, the Air
Yes.
Force proud stuff.
Yes, it is. I did it once. It's cool as hell. It feels great. I feel so fucking competent. It's a good time. If you're mildly autistic.
We're all autistic to our own degree.
Exactly. It's a spectrum.
You're just on it more than the rest of us.
Exactly. So yeah, no, it's gotten to the point where the other day I was flying like the old school Indiana Jones DC-3 using goddamn radio navigation, compass headings, and a map. Like straight up like lines on a map and a compass.
Why does that sound exactly like some shit you'd do?
Because it is the shit I'd do. I did it. I managed to get myself all the way from Washington, D.C. to... Oh, where did I go? Morgantown, West Virginia.
Yeah, that's Brian.
The kind of football team I would root for. They have a famous history of setting couches on fire, and I wholly support that.
Yeah, that's fair. What's not to love about burning furniture randomly?
Ah, exactly. You're in West Virginia. What
Yeah.
else are you going to do for fun? Meth?
That's what the bonfire's for. Until the fire department sees it
I
from the
mean, in West
interstate and comes
Virginia,
and tells them to
yes.
stop it.
Are they on the opium good shit nowadays?
No, they own meth.
Yeah, meth? Okay. Fuck, I need to
You
go to
can
West
own
Virginia.
meth?
I mean, not legally, but...
Yeah, it's not legal.
I guess, yeah, fair point. I was more talking of it as a concept.
How many teeth do you have to lose to qualify as owning meth as a hobby?
I own the concept of meth. I am the concept of meth.
I'll have you know, I was there when
Tweaks.
meth
Pull
was
down your
created.
pants and I'll give you a scabby blowjob.
Tweaks out and starts running on the ceiling.
Fucking meth heads. Why are they so fun to make fun of?
I don't know. Have you ever
It's
won?
meth. Out of everything, why would you try that?
Have you ever wanted to bench press a fridge?
Meth is like meth is just the one that you just go nah. But some reason they did it.
They did it. They crossed the line. They made the jump.
Meth is the line.
Yeah, there are some lines I won't cross. Meth is one of those lines. And I do not feel bad for the people that did.
No, they can lose all their teeth. I don't care.
Ugh,
But where would the world be without lot lizards? Lot lizards are the backbone of the American trade.
Probably be a lot less single-family households.
Someone has to deal. It has
Or
to be
fucking single-parent households, rather.
Someone has to give you the gummy.
None of those lot lizards are capable of getting pregnant anymore.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean,
The
the
ovaries
odds
are like
that he's
2
wrong
raisins.
are significantly lower than the odds that he's right.
I know you're right.
Ooh, that's kind of drippy. I like it.
The lot lizard?
No, not the lot lizard.
Ooh, droopy.
I said drippy, not droopy. What the fuck are you on about?
He said
It's like
drippy.
it's like two old pantyhose hanging from a doorknob.
I have so many questions about Hoff's private life.
We know he's
I do
mentally.
too.
We know he's mentally fucked. He was in the Air
Oh,
Force.
What was her name? What was the lot lizard's name?
Martha.
They're all named Peggy. You know this.
No, I don't. I really don't. Also, Peggy seems like a weird name for someone who's on meth. I don't know many Peggy's
No.
on meth. I can name
I
a
don't
lot
know.
more Hannahs though.
Hannah. Yeah, that's the name of. No, she's into some
It's
weird
always
shit.
Wendy.
There are a lot of Wendy's on meth.
Yeah.
Mm. Crystal.
Wendy Williams.
What's the?
She always
What's,
seemed like she was
see,
on
like,
meth,
well,
and now all of a sudden she's dying after insulting Beyonce.
I just always seem like, okay, is meth a lesbian coded drug?
What?
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 Like that, I mean,
Brother.
like,
Brother,
Meth is
the
hillbilly
capital
coded.
of
It's
meth
always
is
been
West
hillbilly
Virginia.
coded.
no, I don't associate. I always associate meth with like women specifically, and like I don't know what drug I associate guys with like crack cocaine or like
Crack's
other
interstellar.
things.
Meth is where anhydrous ammonia is widely available.
I see.
Yeah. For reference, there's a reason we had to lock the ammonia bottles up at work. Meth heads literally stole them
Yeah.
from the water district, drove them to a different city, and made a fuck ton of meth with it. And
Why
the
the
sheriff's
f-
department found it in the woods and called us about it.
Why the
They will drill holes into pressurized anhydrous tanks that are used for fertilizing fields, and then all of a sudden that pressurized liquid shoots out on them, and they freeze to death underneath a ammonia bottle.
Why the fuck? No, you can just get ammonia from piss, right?
Different.
Refined.
Boil the
For-
piss.
Boil
Also,
the piss.
side note, when we're talking about crackhead strength, for reference, the bottle of ammonia they stole, they had to drag it at least a football field through a fence that they cut and load it into the back of a Honda Civic. This is a 250-pound bottle of ammonia.
Is that a barrel or like like pressurized
A-
canister?
Pressurized canister. It's at least 250 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
Probably closer to 300. I think
So-
the bottle itself is 150, and it has 150 pounds of ammonia in it.
So these are like the nitrogen tanks I have at work for like redoing the or oxygen.
Yeah, they're
oxygen
almost the
systems.
same height as me. They're almost 6 foot tall.
Yep. I know exactly the tanks you're talking about.
Except they're probably about 3.5 foot around. Loaded into the back of a fucking... It was either a Honda Civic or a Camry. I don't remember. And just drove to a different city and cooked some fucking meth.
Interesting.
I applaud the crackhead strength it took to load that bitch into a car.
Fair enough.
Crackhead strength knows no bounds.
Really doesn't.
Doesn't matter how deep that cable's buried, they'll rip it out of the ground.
They really are. And it's
Shovel?
always fiber
What's
optic.
that?
You know you can't sell fiber optic, right? It's not worth anything. It's just glass.
Glass and a rubber sheath.
Every dollar earned is another meth earned.
Oh, I can talk about this. We had a homeless man get fucking fried at the airport the other day. So across
What
the
kind of fried are we talking?
crispy.
Okay. Not drug fried.
No. We're talking like he was made of carbon afterwards. Because okay, so across the street there's a place called Collins Aerospace, which is owned by Raytheon.
Of course.
And they have a wind tunnel with a giant fan on it for generating the wind. And they use that for testing various like propellers and other things that they're working on, because they also own Hamilton propellers. So they have a wind tunnel because they need it. Fairly ordinary, but it has a giant like what's it like? They have their own dedicated like substation next to the building. So some homeless dude gets his hand on a pair of pliers, decides he's gonna cut a hole in the fence, and see if he can steal some copper. And he got to the point where he touched a live lead, and well, that lead wasn't live for very much longer. It was grounded, and he became part of the circuit.
Oh.
And took out power to the entire fucking airport.
Oh, fuck.
And
Yeah.
our backup generator kicked in. The one at the airport did. And then everyone else had to figure out what the fuck happened. And it was in the news the next day.
Drugs are a hell of a drug.
Man became the cat.
If
from
you,
A Christmas Story.
just a charcoal fucking
Not a
outline.
Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation. A Christmas Story would have been a lot more badass if that
Would have. Now, Christmas Vacation is a fantastic movie that I recommend everyone watch for the holidays.
Even if Chevy Chase is a dickhead.
Chevy Chase is
Yeah.
a dickhead, but God, if he isn't fucking funny.
He is funny. But God,
He
if
really
he had
is.
It's funny. I related to the son a lot more as a kid, and now as an adult, I relate a lot more to Chevy Chase's character.
Yeah. Getting old is wild.
I relate to the grandpa who was complaining that he needed to eat because he needed to take his pills.
Also fair.
Are those the ones that keep the demons away from you too?
Nothing keeps the demon away, Brian.
I'm sorry to hear that, Hoff.
Except for the demons themselves.
You welcome them with open arms.
Yeah. I already know I'm insane, so what's the point of even fighting it, you know?
Ugh.
Fair enough. Just don't let the person doing your background check know.
Like, if I already know I'm crazy, what's the point of therapy, right?
Just own it.
They're just gonna tell me what I already know.
Like,
This
I'm
is-
paying
Save the
money for you to tell me why I'm crazy.
This is why I don't go to a doctor. It's like, yeah, I know I have fucking heart problems. What of it?
I know I'm dying. Happens to everyone, brother.
Like, I half joke, but like I am on the heavier side, and I know exactly what the doctor's gonna tell me. Like, you're gonna need to lose weight. Here's this and this and this. It's like I already know what I need. Thank you. Yes, I'll get a gym subscription. Eat my ass.
I know I've been farting blood for 3 weeks. I just wipe a little more. It's fine.
Anal fissures like you wouldn't believe. I always have to
Anal
buffalo.
fissures like you wouldn't believe is a statement. It certainly is.
Put that on a bumper sticker.
I'd love to put you on a bumper sticker sometime, huh?
With the what quote? Of all the thousands of awful things, you're in the meat locker, correct?
Yeah.
Can you give us
I never loved it.
Okay, cool. Can you head into best of and pick a year and just read off some of the awful shit that Hoff and I have said?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm in the middle of something.
2018 is probably the most unhinged.
I have said some wild shit too. I still think the wildest thing I've ever heard in a game chat was when back in the 6 stacking days in PvP. I cannot say the name of the person who said it, but it is certainly a quote.
It's
And the quote was, Matt was talking about, wow, we're raping this team. And someone said, Matthew, never apologize for rape.
Yikes.
It is a quote that lives in my head.
Wait, that was
rent-free.
it Clark or Dirt?
No, it wasn't either of them. It wasn't with them. This was in my lecture 6 stacking days.
Okay.
And all I can think about every time we're absolutely annihilating a team in 6s is never apologize for rape. Oh, it was such a quote.
Oh, 20. God damn. That's one that Ruby literally quoted me on.
What did I quote you on?
Which year?
Fuck the babies.
Oh, yep. Yep, that sounds like something I would quote. I don't even remember what the context of that was now, but I would love to know what it was.
Well, apparently it's what I said. Apparently I said it and you put it in there.
I don't even know what we would have been talking about at that point.
Oh, who knows?
The whole
It's
purpose of
fine.
these the whole purpose of these channels was to be out of context.
Oh, I know, but it's funny to
Oh,
think about what the
God.
context would have been. Oh God, I just killed myself.
My dick's not a vampire. It doesn't need to be invited in.
Yikes.
Oh my god.
Honestly,
they're
that
so
one
good.
stopped here.
I lived Squidbillies. Oh my god. Yeah, there's some good ones in here.
Which year are
I
you
lived
looking at?
Squidbillies.
What the I'm looking at 2022, and apparently there were some zingers in 2022.
All my heater ones were
Ooh, I
around
remember Ruby and
2019, 2020.
no, I'm looking at one of us being real fucking racist, Ruby. You and I.
Oh god.
Surely not me. Don't you know I'm 1/16 African American?
It is you saying, was it police brutality that caused the earthquake? And me saying, yes, the earth can't breathe.
That was certainly a thing we said, wasn't it?
Yep.
Boy.
What the fuck?
Hey, you guys
Oh
fight the
yeah,
boss.
I'm
I'm gonna stand
literally
in this
hovering
hallway and
over
farm
that one
enemies.
right now. That was down towards the bottom.
I think that had to be one of the times where you were in the middle of telling me something important and I somehow brought up the most random shit I saw on Twitter.
When the who was I talking about when I said she got that hollow cake?
I've got no fucking clue.
No clue.
What does that mean?
Ruby put it in there.
I don't know. I imagine it's more fucked up with the context.
Probably.
Who the fuck is Sir Ramrod?
I don't know. There's a lot of people in these groups that I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys still aren't done spawning?
Yes,
Fuck.
they were.
Here's an anarchy.
I cast Soul Trap at the dumpster behind the abortion clinic.
Hey Brian.
Mm,
15% damage boof.
stop. I hate myself because I can't enunciate words all the time.
I was just talking about about something Will always said when he used to say wonton instead of wanton.
Yes.
It's like, do you mean proceeding with reckless abandon, or are you making an egg roll?
Yes.
I prefer a crab rangoon, thank you very much.
They're
Give me
both
my
pretty
crab
good.
rangoon.
I do like a crab rangoon, but nobody puts crab in the crab rangoons
No,
anymore.
it's all just
cream cheese.
just
and
cream
wonton,
cheese and yeah.
which is fine, but call it that.
Too much effort. Rather not.
I need next time you're in New York, we're getting the Japanese from Q Ramen, and I'm having you try the takoyaki.
I don't know what that is.
It
Is it
is
fish?
no, it is it's octopus in these little balls of pancake dough, and it's fucking delicious.
I mean, that could be pretty good. I've had raw octopus before, so that sounds less weird than that.
I will DM you a photo of these. I'm sure you've probably seen them somewhere.
Is this the shit from Cyberpunk on a stick?
They might
It is,
be.
isn't it?
They might
It
be.
is, isn't it? It's the little balls on a stick from Cyberpunk.
It is real food.
I get all my Japanese culture
Ugh.
from Polish video game developers.
God, that's so fucked.
You get all of your Japanese culture from what?
Where the fuck is Hoff in my DMs? There you are.
Where's
Yeah,
Hop in
those
your
ones just aren't on
DMs?
a
Probably
stick.
where the nudes are.
Mm.
They dressed up street food, is what they did in this picture.
They really did, but it's still fucking delicious.
I will say, I think Japanese got some better street food. Although I will say, I do like a good lobster roll.
I'd like to
That
see
could
them
be
give a
good.
corn dog a run for its money.
Now I do like me some corn dogs.
The minute I said that, I'm like, he's gonna put on the Midwest accent.
Of course.
He's gonna make
Don't
it.
get me wrong, I do like a good corn dog.
It would
Though.
look
Don't
at-
get those.
at
Do
the ca-
not get corn dogs and pancake and sausage on a
No,
stick mixed.
no. It is. You need to get it at the county fair with a squirt of mustard.
Nah, you get it frozen in a Jimmy Dean box.
Okay, look. Yes,
Look, he's not.
he's not
I'm
wrong.
not
He's not
wrong.
wrong.
He's not wrong. But let him cook.
There was one time when I was I think I was like middle school. I was at my grandma's for like before school, and I went to go make what I thought was a pancake and sausage on a stick, and I got some syrup out, and it was a corn dog. And well, I just changed the syrup out for ketchup and called it a day.
Very nice.
It
See,
might have been reversed. I
a
think
corn dog-
pancake and
see-
sausage on a stick with ketchup would be worse.
See, a corn dog with maple syrup doesn't even sound that bad, though.
Not really. It must have been the reverse because I remember it being awful. I think it was a pancake and sausage on a stick I just dipped into fucking ketchup.
Okay.
That's probably what it was. That would be terrible.
That would be terrible.
And it wouldn't even be like close to edible.
No. I will eat an entire fucking box of those in one day. Easy.
It's more expensive as well because in Iowa you have to import your maple syrup from a state with trees.
We got trees.
We have trees.
They're-
It's nothing but
they're
flat
around-
land. What do you mean?
They're planted in a square around the house so the wind doesn't take it away. I'm not lying.
I know windbreaks are a thing.
But also Vermont's got maple syrup.
Vermont is
Keep it.
damn. I actually really like the one that comes from up in Maine because it's not quite as like cloyingly sweet.
Uh-huh.
Also,
it's
you
got
have
more
to import
actual
all the
flavor.
you got to import all your fucking pop and soda from a state that makes corn syrup. So,
As long as we can agree to not call it Coke like the people down south who are fucking.
I'm not gonna. If you fucking
If you call all soda Coke, get out.
if you call Mountain Dew Coke, you're just you got brain like you just should be
Jor-
immediately castrated.
It's
This
all
is
Coke.
why we need to abolish Georgia.
It's all Coke.
Eat my ass.
What's wrong?
I
with you?
refuse to call it fucking pop.
They call it. I'll even take soda, but calling a Mountain Dew a Coke is just fucking wrong. It's not even the same company. It's a different parent company.
Yeah, but you're mistakenly thinking that we care.
This is one of my
I'll give
hot
'em
takes.
the
Along
Kleenex.
with all ales taste like shit. Give me a lager. Give me a pilsner.
They do all suck.
Fuck IPAs. They've all been hopped to death, and I don't care about it.
Okay, yeah, IPAs are just.
Anybody that actively drinks IPAs is just trying to be sophisticated. For no
I-
reason.
I mean,
I
when they were
fucking-
new when they were new in Omaha, I tried them all out
No.
because it was new.
Yeah, and
Like,
then
I
they
had
had
never
the
seen anything other than a fucking Miller Lite
and
before.
they had the same fucking goddamn arms race that Buffalo Wings had 10 years ago, where it's like, oh, see, we got the spicier pepper. And it's like, oh, we put more hops in it. Now it's hazy IPA. And it's like, blow my fucking brains out. It tastes like piss.
Now it's bitter as fuck and undrinkable.
It tastes like soap.
Which is literally what all of it is. Looking at you, Yingling.
That being said, I like a good brown ale. Slightly sweet, real nutty,
Mm.
like deep.
There's so many craft breweries. Just like there's one near me called Two Roads.
It's
There's-
just all IPAs.
It's all IPAs, and it's like, what? How do you still make money selling
Make
piss
a
water?
proper fucking ale.
Please.
Because someone's still buying it for some reason.
Is it too
That's
much
why I
to?
like that.
Is it
there's
too
so
much to
many-
ask for a stout or a pilsner? Is it really?
Yes.
See, there's so many fucking breweries around me that they actually make different shit, and it's fantastic.
Actually,
a couple places make their own Irish red. You know
That-
how hard that is to find?
that's really hard to find. That's like trying to find a London Porter.
I live in the land of breweries, though. So.
No. The other trouble is up here. Everyone's trying to either be, your stereotypical craft brewery with the brick walls and exposed, we have like exposed wood, in the brewery, and like there's a support column like running through the ceiling. You know the exact type of building I'm talking about. Or they're trying to be Sam Adams.
I thought Sam Adams just had the exact same style. All breweries.
No,
look the same.
they do. Well, no. By that I mean in what they brew. So it's either trying to be the hipster thing with that kind of building, or it's trying to be colonial in that way that they're not really, because they haven't actually been around for 200 years. And it's completely inauthentic, and and everyone knows. And they're also specifically not brewing IPAs, but all their stuff tastes like shit, unlike Sam Adams. And you can't quite put their finger on it. The one exception I will say, I've actually been back, is you remember that brewery we went to when we were up in Boston? And they were like closing? Off?
I was not there, so no.
Sorry, I was watching a video of a giant fucking bull.
I have a side topic in a moment. But do you remember the brewery? I can't speak English.
The brewery.
The buoy.
The brewery that we went to in Boston next to the hotel.
Oh yeah.
They actually started. They've expanded, and they started selling shit in my area. And I had the rice beer again, and it still tastes delicious.
I can't get behind rice beer.
Rice beer, like a Japanese, like a Sapporo kind of deal.
I've had a rice beer before. I'm not a big fan.
It's good. And on a side note, because now you reminded me of the bull. So we have had yet another casualty in Washington State. This time, funnily enough, a Boeing engineer has died by horsecock. Not Mr. Hands. It happened again.
Oh no. Why are they still doing that?
Because bestiality is not illegal in Washington. As long as there's a market, someone will pay to be stuffed by a horsecock.
Boy, and people make fun of the South for that.
I know, and they really should be making fun of the Pacific Northwest.
I've driven through the Pacific Northwest. It might as well be Alabama. I've driven both through.
One just has pine trees.
I've driven through deep South, and I've driven through deep Pacific Northwest. They are the same fucking place.
One just has red clay instead of dirt.
Holy shit. It's mountainous, it's forest everywhere, and everybody looks at you like you got a purty mouth. There's nothing, I mean, it's literally the same in both.
I believe that. If there's one thing Gravity Falls taught me, it's that the Pacific Northwest is basically Alabama.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I believe it.
Dang old Bigfoot up in there in them dang old hills.
All right, boom hour.
You got your pocket sand.
It feels right. That's
Dale Gribble is quality content.
You mean Rusty Shackleford?
Rusty Shackleford.
I always want to add like Rusty Shackleford the Third to the end of that whenever I hear it. I feel like there should be a number after it.
There should be. It should be like a title.
Yeah. Dale Gribble.
Oh.
And his whore of a wife.
What the fuck? Yeah. I need to watch King of the Hill again. I haven't seen it in too damn long.
I thought
They
they were
brought it back.
rebooting it.
Well, no, I don't have a TV. What like sort of streaming service is it on?
I think it's on Max,
Uh,
which I actually like anyways because Max has dirty jobs. Also
Yeah.
known as actual good TV.
nice. I also, speaking of good TV, I also rediscovered Top Gear via piracy.
It
Yeah.
will never not be quality.
Top
Well,
Gear is always quality.
yeah, it's one of those shows
As
where
long
I
as,
can.
as long as it's the actual Top Gear and none of the other localized versions.
It's the British version. It's the good
Yeah,
one.
it's the only good version.
The unhinged one with Jeremy Clarkson.
Yep.
He really was unhinged, huh?
He was absolutely unhinged. It was fantastic.
My favorite episode is the one where they have the 3 like compact cars, and they have to do a road trip across Ukraine and see if they can run out of gas before they get to Chernobyl.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's
one.
still my
Oh no,
favorite
they had
episode.
to. It was at the start gate of Chernobyl, and then they like couldn't fill.
They filled it with like 28 liters specifically.
Yeah, they like started somewhere and they had to try to get all the way through Chernobyl without running out of gas.
No, opposite. They had to run out of gas as fast as possible. Inefficient cars. And it led to them
Oh.
doing everything like having the trunk open to act as a spoiler. James May like unplugged the engine management computer. Hammond just started doing S curves whenever there wasn't traffic.
I forgot about that one. There was a lot of
All
good
kinds
stuff
of
in that one.
funny shit just
I
because of who
always
these
loved
people
the
are.
ones. I always loved the ones, the budget sports car where they had to like $10,000 for like a high end sports car, and they'd usually come back with some like 1965 Ferrari, or not 1960, like some 1980 something Ferrari that was like damn near busted.
Yeah, there's some barn find that they got off a crackhead.
The one that Jeremy was driving that actually shot metal out the fucking exhaust.
I forgot about that
It
one.
like
Was that
pieces of
was
his
that the
fucking-
BM? That was a
like pieces
BMW,
of his
wasn't it?
engine were- Huh?
It was a BMW, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was. And like pieces of the engine were hitting fucking James's windshield.
I remember they did one of those challenges when Hammond came back with a beater. It was some American. It was either a Chevy or a Ford. And at some point they were doing a drag race, and he just sent a piston straight through the hood.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I fucking loved that.
Just
I
threw a
loved that.
piston out the top, through the hood, and into low Earth orbit.
Yeah. That'll happen.
Could happen with diesels. I've seen it happen.
I've seen it
I've
happen
seen
in a
Diesel
tractor
do some
pull.
wild shit.
Have you ever had a runaway diesel? Because that shit's fucking terrifying.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
But I won't.
I like my truck a whole lot, and the only way to save it whenever that happens is to stuff a rag in the fucking turbo.
I've seen it happen.
Ooh.
Thankfully, the
tell ya.
bitch was in park.
That's expensive.
Yes, it is.
Turbos are normally pretty expensive in general, so
Yeah, I've also seen plenty of issues. Our truck at work is one of the diesels. Just for whatever reason, there's something wrong with the engine. It's just not like fully combusting properly. So I swear to God, like after every fueling, you need to regen the stupid fucking thing.
yeah.
Because either that or we get the DEF, but DEF freezes below 15 degrees. So that's
Yep,
just
yep.
not an option.
You know what the option is?
Hmm?
Delete the fucking thing, don't tell the government, and drive it like a fucking truck.
Hmm. Yeah,
Because
just
emission shit on diesels does nothing besides cost everyone money for no reason.
just unplug the whatever sensor is attached to the regen.
We ended up
No.
straight
You have to actually fucking hook a
Is it legal for you to tell me
basically
this?
reprogram. It would be illegal for me to do it, not to tell you.
Okay, is this one of those things where it's like in Prohibition where they're like, here's grape juice, don't do this?
Pretty much,
Hey,
yeah.
we straight piped the box truck we have at work because we had a catalytic converter stolen twice.
Fucking hell.
After the second time, the boss was like, fuck that.
Straight pipe the bitch.
It's registered in Wyoming. They can't do anything.
That's, fun fact, if you're ever in New England, pray to God that you don't get into an accident with someone from Vermont. They don't legally require insurance.
Oh, I'm not gonna make it to that chest. I gotta go for the final boss chest. Fuck.
So if you're in an accident with someone from Vermont, odds are they don't have insurance because they don't pay. They're not required to have it.
I ain't need no insurance. I just don't get in a car accident
Exactly.
until I do, in which case I drive.
That
Yeah,
makes me cranky to know, though.
Yeah, it's that kind of stupid shit. It's also like apparently they also don't pay income tax. So this is like the double-edged sword of for living in Vermont. On one hand, no income tax. On one hand, if you get in a car wreck, you are fucked.
Yup.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I'm tempted to move there just to take that gamble. Like, well, between the two of those, I really do have a lower monthly, I'm getting quite a bit of my paycheck back, which should cover the margin.
Wrap your car in bubble wrap.
That kind of Mythbuster shit, yeah.
However, what's the ratio of accidents they have compared to where you are?
I'm not entirely sure, and that would be a good thing to know.
That would be a good statistic.
If you're also less likely to get in accidents, definitely worth.
States
if no one's
by
insured, everyone drives more carefully.
States by accidents. Let's see. What state is the safest? So we're going to do it by vehicle miles traveled. What state do you think is the worst?
Oh, the worst? It's gotta be fucking
I mean, I gotta go with California for LA alone.
Oh, it might be. No, they don't drive very far though.
But LA is a driving city and a big driving city with a lot of fucking traffic. And one of the most populated cities in the world.
I'm going Florida.
Oh wait, I can't sort this graph. One moment, please. You're on base though. I can't sort this, but just by looking at the numbers, it is Texas first, then Florida in a close second.
I could see Texas, yeah.
Texas makes sense because of how far they drive. Like everything is hundreds of miles in Texas.
Yeah.
Especially if it's by accidents by mileage. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, we completely ignored in our entire observation there the entire Dallas-Fort Worth metro area.
Yeah, that's true.
Granted, it's easy as fuck to drive in. People that live in Texas just haul ass everywhere, so...
Why do they start merging, stay on the line, then put their blinker on, then continue merging?
Great question.
I witnessed this happen 15 times, and all of them were different vehicles.
What is the most... Oops, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Most lethal state. So we're talking most death per billion miles.
Oh, I'm giving that one to Florida.
Huff?
No, wait, no. Florida man survives everything. Hang on.
There's a what is the quote? There's a certain divinity of God that protects the fools, liars, and the state of Florida.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'll just go Texas again.
South Carolina.
Texas. Yeah.
South Carolina. Yeah.
They have the brew-throughs. The drive-through liquor stores.
Yeah.
Every liquor
I
store
was-
drive.
To be
through
fair,
liquor store if you
Louisiana
try
has
hard
them
enough.
too.
Mm. We made them illegal a couple of years back. But now everyone just goes to a normal liquor store and buys nips, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that doesn't matter to make them legal or illegal.
People are just gonna buy the little shooter bottles anyways.
Yeah.
Which now those are everywhere to the point where the state had to put out like the they turned one problem into a new problem, and now there's a deposit on those, so you have all the homeless people out collecting them off the sides of the road.
Well, I mean,
Because it's like,
I
well,
have
if
seen
it's
a lot of them little motherfuckers on the side of the road, so
if it's like it's like 25 cents a bottle. So
I mean, fuck.
yeah.
Game respects game.
yeah.
Basically, like, good on you. Clean up the streets, man. If it's enough for you to go to the convenience store and get a bag of Lay's to eat, like, sure, do it. I'll be out there too if I end up homeless. I'll literally be down the street from the package store.
Game
Alright.
respects game.
Exactly. Okay, so it seems like which state is the cleanest in terms of driving?
The cleanest?
Like, which state has
Alaska.
the lowest amount of road deaths?
Alaska.
Montana.
Rhode Island.
They don't count. They're a fucking community.
Yeah, Rhode Island's not a state.
All right,
It's a city.
the next up is Minnesota.
Oh.
I would assume they have
Sweet.
good drivers because of all the snow and a lot of ope, but
Either that
lot
or
of
because
wolf.
if you survived the crash, that you died of gang violence.
exactly. All right, non-lethal. Which state is the has the least amount of accidents total? Like, and also lowest insurance rates nationwide.
Oh,
Still
lowest
going with
insurance
Montana.
rates?
It's both.
Yeah,
They win.
Montana
They win
probably.
both of these. State with the lowest insurance rates and least number of accidents per 100,000 road miles goes to the District of Columbia.
Yeah. There's
Bullshit.
a lot of places you can't drive around there, I guess.
Correct, and a lot of fleet vehicles. A lot of people choose not to drive. Apparently, they also are the lowest number of registered vehicles of any territory or state. So
Well, they also had the
They
lowest
also
number of
don't
like
count
actual
because
residents.
it's not a state, though.
It's not a state. That doesn't count. That's
All right,
dumb.
fine. Runner-up is Delaware.
Fuck Delaware. That's not a state either because I forgot it existed until you just said it.
Fuck.
Sorry, everybody from Delaware. Go fuck yourself.
No, they don't even have an international airport. They don't exist.
Yeah.
And actually, past that,
like
surprisingly,
one of the original 13. And we're just like, fuck
no,
you,
it actually
Delaware.
it. Oh wait, Delaware. Okay, I thought you were saying that about District of Columbia. I'm like, yeah, they weren't a
No.
state. After that, it's Vermont. Vermont's
Oh,
actually
so-
fairly clean.
Yeah,
Behind
bro,
Delaware.
Maybe that's where you need to be going.
Maybe I need to move to Vermont.
I mean, yeah, that's how we started this conversation.
It
Like,
is.
They have
Yep,
no
yep.
insurance, but apparently they're third less at
Maybe,
least.
maybe they're just
accidents
not.
than the state.
Maybe they're just not reporting them. You get into a wreck, you just don't tell. You. I mean, if you don't have an insurance company and you don't make a police report, does the collision happen?
I think the answer to that is yes, but also I'm unsure now.
It's like, what kind of fucked up if a tree falls in the forest shit is this question?
That's what I'm really asking here. Like, if the authorities aren't alerted and then you don't tell your insurance company, it's not on the vehicle's record for the VIN, like, does the collision happen?
I mean, in all reality, if you back into somebody in a parking lot, you both get out of your car, and you're both uninsured, you just look at each other and shrug your shoulders and
Go,
drive
yep.
off, I guess. It's like, well, I guess we're fucked.
I gue-
Bye.
I
Nice
guess.
to meet you.
I guess we're both paying. I guess you could take the other guy to small claims court if you have the time and energy. But like,
Everybody just carries around dent kits in their cars.
imagine. That is a fair question, though. Like, do these accidents get reported?
I mean, I'd imagine not.
I'd imagine no.
Probably no.
That's gotta be a false that's a false
But I hate
positive.
that you made me think about it that long.
All right. Well, I've got a meeting in the morning and I'm hungry. So
Alright, stream is coming
Mom
down.
is